All right, good morning, good morning. Just getting everything loaded. The longest being Swift, of course, here in the background. Let me get that loaded. All right, so I wanted to take a first look view at a couple new features that got released this week in TrainerRoad, and I hope you'll join me. Let me get a couple links out to friends and neighbors. Oh, you know what I wanted to share was YouTube. Group me. I like to, and I'm also going to be doing a workout here. But I wanted to share a new thing. Super interesting. All right, so today we'll be talking about the new feature of AI FTP detection, brought to us by TrainerRoad, as well as some new progression levels that are available to be able to look at. And I'll go over both of those features today. Let me just get this shared out to my local group. And we'll go from there. All right, so if you've got questions, I'm here in the chat. So what we'll start off with is the career view here in TrainerRoad. But let me start and go back to how do you get access to this if you are a TrainerRoad user. So let me pull this up, pull this down. All right, so if you are a TrainerRoad user, you head to trainerroad.com and also in the forum, but you go to the TrainerRoad website, you access your account under early access. Looks like this. So you have your career and then an account, and then there's early access, and you just enable it. So I've already enabled it there. So we're good to go. So we should be able to do this live. And then how you use it. You need 12 workouts, which I have, or imported outdoor rides, which is super key. That's something that it hasn't been able to take into account for. And once we've enabled it, we go to the mobile or desktop app, which we will. Put your ramp test as your next workout, which I have, and we can use FTP prediction versus the ramp test. You can accept it. It'll be accepted automatically, and it'll place the workout for another workout. All right, so let's tab out of that, and let's get to the workout here. Drop that back in. Okay, so that's good there. Okay, so I guess before we jump into that, all right, so we got the ramp test scheduled. We can use FTP detection. We've currently tested, I would say 4 to 6 weeks ago at a 280 FTP at a 163, 165 weight. So we'll drop this down and say use 290. I'm happy. That's good. It's feeling like that. Great work. We'll adjust your progression levels, reflect on your overall fitness. So we can accept or close. It's a 3.36% increase from the last time I tested. So that's really, really interesting there. So it's awesome. Simple as that. I take a test. I do feel like it. SST is getting manageable. I'm able to do pretty long bouts. If you look at it here, sweet spot is at 9.3. That's almost at the higher level 10s. And the cool thing about this, we can do progression levels on each of them and tell us why. So let me pull that up on the website because that's updated there. And so if we go to the TrainerRoad website here, and get back to TRTR, and go to the career page there, we have this really nifty thing, and what it will tell us is what has affected each of these levels. So if we think about each of these as different power levels or zones that we work in, so right now you can obviously tell I've been working a lot of endurance and tempo and sweet spot. And so what we do is I can look here and I can look at the workouts that have affected that. So my last workout was on February 2nd. That has helped me progress the sweet spot from 8.6 to 9.3. I'll update the FTP after my Fondo on the weekend. We'll leave everything kind of where it's at now. And then tempo, the last workout that helped push me up. And then endurance, what helped me push up. So that's great. So between those two new features, I think that's pretty cool. You know, instead of doing this ramp test, it would be a predicted amount. And the great thing is, oh, I did want to bring up. So the great thing is, I could just start my workout now. Hold on, I go to the calendar. So you have a pre-activation workout loaded, which is not here, which is great. Let me add that. So the great thing about this is, at first when you think about, oh wow, they're gonna predict our FTP, historically we have thought that the way we do, who are you? Hey Vardy. Yeah, it's Jerry. It's a little late for Jerry actually. He's a little bit earlier in the day. But you got some good information today. Hopefully you like it, Vardy. So normally we think that the reason why, or when we do a ramp test, or if it's trying to predict our FTP, it's looking to do capacitive efforts, right? So it's looking to see your best 20 minute, your best 3 minute, your best 1 minute, your 20-second. But actually, in this system, it's not. What it's doing is looking at your career worth of workouts, all your sweet spot, all your zone 2, over the history of all the riders at TrainerRoad, and correlates that to that FTP for those people that are able to ride. Let's say at my sweet spots were 260 for longer and longer periods of time. Taking that number and then being able to correlate that to what the predicted FTP was, and then the machine to just be able to learn that over and over. I think that's super amazing. So we'll get this loaded up. I've got my workup going and Zwift in the back there. So if you have any questions about it, let me know. Hey Jerry, oh, you missed it. You missed it. I'm gonna do it again just for Jerry. There's Jerry. I know. Oh, Jerry. Oh, I could do it with the webpage. Okay. Just because Jerry's here, and I love Jerry. All right. Mobile app. Oh no. Okay, so a couple things, Jerry. You have to go back. I'm already in the workout. What am I? 40 seconds. I almost want to quit it. All right. Just go rewatch it. It's exciting. It's exciting. So what it does is, I was explaining how it predicts FTP. And so instead of capacitive efforts of 20 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minute, 20 minute, it actually looks at cumulatively all the workouts that you've done. And then it's able to predict what your FTP would be if you did a ramp test, an 8-minute test, or a 20-minute test to keep you progressing. Because it looks at the zone 2 work you've done and the sweet spot work you've done. So take a look at it. Super cool. The second part of it, which is interesting and I just brought up a second ago, which is in the progression levels, which I've talked about before, it tells you what has progressed and what has told you. Yeah, super cool, right? I don't think I could do it from the website. I don't think so. It won't predict from here. Really just show me the ramp test. Yeah, maybe from the app. I have to close it out. I could do it at the end, but on the upside, there has been an increase in my FTP, which is nice. And that's exactly kind of what I was looking for. But I'll get it changed for next week, and then I'll go from there. Yeah, it's super exciting. Single click of a button. So, yeah. I'm doing pre-activation workout here today. I'm gonna get the work done here, get warmed up. Tomorrow I've got a 102-mile ride. I'm actually joining Power Karma from Twitch. His name's Angel. And we'll be getting together. We're using it as a total base ride. So it'll be fun. He's here from New Mexico. So that's exciting. Yeah. The TrainerRoad's been good. I was showing sweet spot levels earlier, but and all the progression levels. I've been working a lot of sweet spot and tempo. Lots of low cadence. I know. She almost gave the secret sauce. That's right, Jerry. Nate was like, sit, 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 sit. But then Nate always drops things that are happening later. Like when they were talking about, what are they talking about? They were talking about, heart rate. Like, do we need heart rate or not? Right? And then Nate's like, oh no, you should wear it. You should wear it all the time. because, you know, we're looking at stuff. Yeah, no ebb. No ebb today, Jerry, sorry. This is a pretty cool thing. I just did first look on TrainerRoad's new FTP prediction via AI and machine learning. Definitely go back and watch that. It looks at all your historical workouts. They don't need to be all out efforts. And it tells you what your FTP would be. It's pretty slick. Go watch the beginning of the video. It's a beautiful thing. So for those that just like to progress and keep their work going without the capacitive efforts, that's the way to go. Jerry slept in. What's today, Friday? It is Friday. Yes, they have all the datas. They do. I've been putting data into the TrainerRoad AI since 2017, 2018. Does it laugh? Yeah, I guess it would. They should put like cheers. Like, you know, when you have the confetti cheers in Zwift, or the ooh when it goes down, or the yeah when it goes up. Have you heard it? That would be fun, right, Jerry? But yeah, I am pretty proud. I've been working hard, lots of low cadence, 6% increase from 265 to 280, and then today predicted from 280 to 290, which definitely feels correct. So yeah, I think you would like the AI FTP. I feel like, Jerry, we should load it into a trial period anyway, just so that we could see how it works with all your numbers right before the 4DP, and then we can compare it all. That would be a fun experiment. Load all your history into TR right before Supperfest, and then do the 40p the week before. Yeah, I think so. 823 will always put you in check and let you know what's good. There are a couple messages on GroupMe. I think Roger was in there. Yep. Yep. Roger's thinking about testing. I think everyone will be testing right before the tour. How often will it change? You could change it, what did it say, within 14 weeks? No, 14 workouts? I got it. Let me give you a number. I can give you the number. All right, it says, it will not read it. It's been changed recently, I remember. Jerry, do you remember the number? I'm looking. $12 workouts, and your next scheduled workout is the ramp. Oh, 14 days. Just a 14-day window, Bussy, that's it. 14-day window. Yeah, 14 days. Obviously we recommend more standard. Yeah, 14 days. So every 14 days, you can schedule a ramp test, and you could ideally progress it without taking the ramp test and stay dialed in, depending on all your efforts, including your ebb, your RGT rides, your outdoor mountain bike rides with power meters, etc. That's super cool. I have really bad allergies. I feel like I have bloody noses overnight. Super dry. Hard to flip back and forth with the RGT keys for streaming and Zwift. They all do different things. No, it doesn't. It just looks at all your work. Zone 2, sweet spot, VO2. It just looks at all the efforts. It needs at least 12 workouts, minimum. Workouts or rides, indoors or outdoors. That's all it needs. Easy as that. Want to zoom out. Yeah. Interesting. Try to trick it. I know, right? I don't think you could. There's so much data they've crunched, and the machine has learned so much. It would take everything into a little bit of consideration. There were some riders that saw the FTP prediction, did the test, and were off by a watt or two. And I mean, that's not a lot in the big set picture of things. I typically round most riders down anyway, you know, to the nearest 5. So you're not trying to remember, like, you know, 288 is my FTP. And then my sweet spot is, you know, 267.5. That's 80%. Yeah. No, it does not. They are tracking other things for heart rate, but you do not need heart rate, but you do need power, obviously, but not necessary, required. A little bit of sweet spot here. Yeah, no, it's silly. I know exactly what you're saying. There's a lot of things that Zwift has changed in workouts for the worse. As you notice, TrainerRoad, my target is 258, but it's got a pretty big window. Right? That's a good point. I think the day you receive it. I did order a new toy for camp, which I'm super excited about. So it'll come in just after the Fondo this weekend. So I'll definitely share that. Oh yeah, so Zwift has changed a lot. One of them are the silly stars for workouts. And then the 5 watt thing. 5 watt thing, not sure how useful it is, but it can push people over. If you remember listening to Justin do the FTP test, the bumps were rounded up a little too high. So it can be challenging at best. And then the silly stars, of course. ERG is so good on, no, I'll say that again. power match is so good. I've got my power meter matched to the trainer, and the updates between my trainer and my power meter to smoothing out the ERG is so good. Do it, Bussy. Yes, do that. You get all the celebrations. You get the order day and the receive day. When it's a forever bike, you get all the celebrations. Do it, do it. Awesome. Glad you got that approval through the board at the house. That's awesome, man. I'm excited to see what you got. What group set are you thinking? Oh, last day of the sale. Single speed, 1x? With some crazy Eagle 1 on the back? What are you thinking? Main set's coming. It's gonna be low cadence. Yes, do it. Yep. I'd love to have a dropper post on my road bike. I think it'd be awesome. Not sure how much drop I'd want and how I would route it cleanly. Nice. JRX 810, 1x. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome. Oh, internet is not super happy today. Probably need to restart upstairs at some point. I'm glad we're able to keep this going. It's been a strong 60 frames per second, so. Woo! Nice. Here we go. 20 seconds. We're gonna come out of a ERG mode.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, what's going on? Let me get my video up and running here. That's not it. Filters.
Oh, now I'm hearing you guys double.
Wow. Bussy talking about getting his forever titanium bike. That's exciting.
Oh, just look what happened to Mitch when he got his. Wow. He stopped riding.
I know.
Well, yeah.
I think it's like a curse of non-fitness. He did say.
Yeah, my.
I said
my wife did ask Are you actually going to ride it outside, or are you just going to hook it up this way?
Ah, she knows. She knows.
Andy, you've been on here for like 3 hours?
No, 90 minutes. Andy.
Yeah. It's supposed to be 2.5 hours, but I'm going to try and drag it to 2 hours. I did not have it today. I could not do my main intervals.
What did you have planned? And then what did you end up doing, Andy?
It was 4 minutes at threshold, then 1 minute 40 watts above threshold, followed by 4 minutes at threshold,
Yep.
followed by 1 minute at like 200 watts above threshold.
Yep.
Oh, someone else was telling me about this yesterday.
Crisscross, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Eric did it earlier this week, but I couldn't hit the VO2 target.
Yep.
It's like the worst over-under ever.
It's really over. Pretty high over. It's a classic Frank Overton fast cat workout.
Yeah.
The old wish you were dead workout.
It was only two times.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So like that's one set and then a second set the same. But 40 minutes zone 2 before it.
Yeah. At 30 seconds here. I wanted to share with you experience with the AI FTP today. Give me a second.
Yeah, so they are calling out that they don't need all-out efforts in there to calculate it, which is
That's right. That's
quite
right.
interesting.
Yeah, it was. I listened to that twice. I wanted to catch it. Yeah. All right.
You said
And it's
no,
not even.
no all-out.
It's not even. And it's not even using heart rate either.
Nope. So it may be oversimplified, but obviously they have a lot of data, right? So they look
Yeah.
at riders like yourself, or like Jerry's a good example, right? Can do a lot of sweet spot, high levels on the high percentage. How does that contribute to their real life FTP when they tested for the last 5 years? Other people, and then they apply this algorithm to people over and over to see what their workouts and how they relate. So there is some relation there, right? But it's not our classic power curve relation we're used to knowing, which is interesting. And so I ran it this morning and I'm running at 280 and my sweet spot progression is at 9.3, 9.6. So things are starting to get like, okay, I could do them longer. I can, probably bump it up. And so of course it makes sense that a small bump in FTP to make that a little bit more challenging makes sense, right? So yeah, it was for me in my head and for a lot of people in the forum. Some people went back to back, right? They did AI and then they did the ramp and they're within a couple watts. So if you could just progress and adjust the levels, you'd still end up faster. You'd be doing more sweet spot at a higher level, let's say, if you're in that base build. Just kind of think of how Eric does it, right? In between test or capacitive efforts, he'll nudge it one way or the other, right? Yeah, he's done it long enough. He's got the machine in his head, right?
Yeah, he tends to work off heart rate as well. Like he knows
Yes,
if he's doing X interval and his heart rate is like 10 beats below his threshold, he knows it's time to move it up.
That makes sense. And you know, Nate did hint at having that data will be more useful in the future. So maybe there's another part of this. Obviously, this is a very early rollout, you know, to a subset of people that are interested in testing it. But this is how rollout should go, right? You do it, and then you're on the forum with, I don't know how many messages there are, 500 messages over the course of 10, 11, through 2 days since they released it, of people testing it and telling them, and them adjusting. Novel, no? That people try stuff before it goes to everybody. Obviously super simple. The cool thing is, I mean, you obviously listen to it. It'll just give you a workout right now, just like hard-coded. But what it would do, it would use the technology from Train Now, and then give you a workout that would make sense for you to do instead of the ramp test to continue to move your progression levels. So that's interesting.
And also interesting is it's to calculate that FTP, taking account of outdoor rides.
That's kind of crazy, right?
Which they're not doing in their Train Now.
Right. So if you do something crazy like endurance, they'll still recommend endurance because you haven't done a workout. Yeah. I think you had that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I principally stopped doing it, because it wasn't counting over the summer. It wasn't counting half my rides, and it wasn't counting my longest rides outdoors at weekends, and it wasn't counting my race efforts on Tuesday night races. So it was like, it
was missing the part of the equation. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they are working on it, right? They are very transparent about.
Yeah,
that's what's
but
coming.
It was close. It was close when they launched.
Yeah.
The
adaptive training.
Like, how long was that? That was a year ago.
Now, you were early beta. I
mean, they're going in the right direction. It just needs, for me to come back, it just needs more polish.
Yep.
But yeah, it makes me laugh. Just some of the posts you see on the forum there, it's like, you know, yeah, I completed my 3-hour sweet spot, you know, 3 times 50 minutes at SST, and it was relatively easy. Oh, this automatic FTP has bumped me by 20 watts. You're like, that's why you could do your sweet spot workout, because it was zone 2, you know.
Exactly. Tony Clifton from Twitch. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Hope you enjoy the content this morning. Sorry for Bussy's looks there on the bottom.
Hey. Easy. So Jason.
Yep.
Maybe next year I'll be up for the
BWR
waffle ride.
Yeah.
Would that be awesome?
Yeah, it would. I got the fork that I need, because the fork on my
nice.
is the old one that needs, like, you know, those bearings versus the taper. So I got a fork that holds my brake. So that's the next step. I have the bars, and then I just need to order the 9-speed shifter brifters or whatever, brake shifters, that thing.
Right. Yeah, you should be able to pick up the used side of those pretty cheap.
Yeah, I think used Shimano might be okay, because Jerry was thinking just get microshift for like $1.25 or something. But if I could find Ultegra or 105 even, I mean, Tiagra, if the internal cabling, the newer versions, that'd be good enough.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of 9 speed.
You should be able to find a set of old Tegras. But gosh, they're getting old, man. That's what's on my light speed, and it's 2001. But I mean, they're still working fine.
Oh yeah, not going anywhere.
Gotta spray them with WD-40 every 2 years.
Yep.
Get the gunk out. That's literally all they need. Ooh.
Come on.
I think this is gonna be my last lap. 3 cooldown laps. Your cooldown should always be half as long as your event.
What? That's a lot of time.
Supposedly, the science shows there's no benefit to a cooldown at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel better. I get a few extra TSS out of it. What else am I going to do? Zone 1.5. So, Jason, does that system drop your FTP automatically as well if you're
Yes. Yes.
off the bike or whatever? Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Well. Yep. So if a bunch of your workouts are like zone 1, zone 2, power targets are lower, or just inactivity, I think it'll do. So there's like there must be some sort of decay rate, right?
It's kind of strange how it would be able to tell the difference between just jerking around on the bike versus your fitness actually went down.
True.
Yeah, but it's not testing it. It has a 14-day block.
14-day
If
block.
you run it once,
Yeah.
you can't run it again for 14 days. So they're not like testing it every day or changing it every day or anything.
Okay, so it's not a live.
No. You
all
could-
the time. So,
You could schedule for every
imagine it would
14
be.
days.
Yeah, I mean it's a program block to stop people doing that.
Yeah.
And because people would just run it every single day, which is just stupid. So
I don't know, you gotta fine tune those workouts, right?
Yeah, but remember, this is still one side of a very big equation of like work, family, stress, life, COVID. Like, there's all this stuff that affects everything much more than just your 14-day workouts, you know?
So I heard last I heard California's going to drop their mask mandate except for LA.
I bet you San Bernardino will follow. It's
Right, but I heard LA is the only place that's going to keep the mask mandate.
Yeah, that's what I
Because,
heard.
you know, COVID's different in LA than it is in the rest of Orange County next door.
Yeah, it's a lost fight in Orange County. Yeah, but then, you know, it still comes to small business. Like, we had our meeting this week, and you know, local hospitals and doctors are still going to, you know, inside our place, we'll recommend it because, you know, we'll have it on. But outside there, businesses, things like that. But you're at a doctor's office pretty long versus like going into a coffee shop, going into a dress shop like Sunglass Store. I mean, that's a quick passing thing. You're at our office for an hour with everybody.
if you're crowding people in a supermarket or whatever, it's like you're a creeper. Get the F back, man.
Yeah. Oh, I've never seen a rainbow in Watopia. That's the first time I've seen that by the waterfall. It's cool.
And you know, like everybody else, where did I get it? From my spouse at home.
There you go.
Didn't get it at a club, didn't get it at the mall, didn't get it at the store. None of those places.
Oh, that's what I wanted to share. I've joined this cool coffee club from Pull and Pour Coffee. And you know, most coffee clubs you have to get like every week or every whatever. This one you just pick the ones that you like. You click yes on the text, and they send you that one if you're interested. But if you're not, you just let the weeks go by until something catches your eye. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't go through that much.
How old were you back in the 80s?
Did this happen before? Is this something not new?
Yeah, this is the record club, man.
Oh, really? Tell me about it, Bussy.
Yeah. Back in the old days, RCA had one, I think BMG had one, but basically that you would sign up and they would send you like a bunch of records for, you know, like $1 or whatever. And then you'd promise to buy like X number of records during the next so often. And back in those days, they'd actually send you a postcard like every week saying, or every month saying, hey, this month's album is such and such. Return this card by the 4th if you don't want it.
Okay.
You know, that kind of thing. So same idea.
There you go. And then so the samples.
The Disney movie club, same thing.
Okay. I do remember Netflix started like that, right? Redbox, Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cool thing is the samples are pretty small. Maybe like 15 cups of coffee each bag. So you get a variety that you're kind of switching up a lot. It's cool.
So maybe like what, half a pound?
Overall, because you'll get usually, I got 4 bags, which ends up being like Yeah. So
they're like those little bags like you get at like some coffee shops will have those little bags.
Yeah. Before you buy the big bag, whatever. Yeah. Because like half a pound for just one person, that's a lot. I mean, even the two of you are drinking coffee every day. It takes you a while to get through your bag, right? Your Lavazzo.
Yeah, like 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks almost for the 2-pound bag.
That's pretty quick, actually.
Is it?
I need Rylan to start drinking coffee to really make a dent in it.
Yeah, that's just for 2 of us, man. We make like a pot, on average, like 1.5 pots a day.
Wow. Okay.
Every other day, it's like, nope, we're doubling down. We got to go for another one.
That's funny. Recently, staff voted for using points, like reward points from some of our purchases, to purchase an espresso machine. So we have an espresso machine at our main office. Everyone loves it. And everyone hates it when I'm not at the office because everyone else pulls crappy shots except for me when I'm there.
Yeah, you gotta pack it right, man.
Yep.
You don't pack it right. So I got like probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I got a Seiko espresso machine. It's Starbucks used to sell them, and they were like $350 or something. I got it on eBay for like $100, and it works fantastic. It works so good.
Jerry says he drinks 30 cups a day. 30 cups, Jerry? Are you kidding me? 8. What's the math on that?
That's like a smoker version of a coffee drinker, man.
I think he's saying. I think he's replying to Beer Bear saying he drinks 64 ounces a day.
Oh my gosh, 64 ounces a day too.
So is that just
one person? Jerry's got 2 at the house.
Is he just drinking espresso? Just pulling that many shots? Golly.
Yeah, cold brew.
Yeah, cold brew. Beer Bear. It's cold brew, 64 ounces.
So I take all my leftover coffee that we don't drink and I stick it in the fridge. And I swear it tastes as good or better than that crap that that Starbucks sells for like $3 for a cold brew.
Yeah, cold brew is pretty bad at Starbucks, I've got to say. Yep, the fridge overnight. Then times 2 in the blender bottle. Yeah.
I've got it always ready.
What ratio do you use, Beer Bear, for your coffee in the cold brew? Mine's a little bit different. 20 to 1 or more for your concentrate. Jerry says, what is this leftover coffee thing?
I know, right? Worthless.
Ooh. Oh, Black Rifle.
I still have no idea why they wouldn't have this stupid cadence button clicked automatically when you go to the ride report. It's like
nobody wants to know their cadence. People,
they don't?
No, they do. They
Come
do.
on.
What it should do is remember what your settings are, right? Like if you only want power,
that's a good idea, right? Dang, Jason, we should both work there. Freaking idiots. And then for whatever reason, on the Apple TV, this critical power curve, it either doesn't work at all, or like today it's just totally jacked. So it says my best 10-minute power was 129 watts when I averaged 170 for the hour. So yeah, that makes sense. Freaking geniuses. All right. I just need to log out and quit complaining.
Yeah. Yes. As much as I want to say it's only Apple TV. Oh, it's only on Apple TV. Yeah, I know.
I think it doesn't work right all the time on regular also, but I could be wrong. It's been I haven't used Zwift on my computer for a while. Last time I just wanted to look at it, it had to do like 3 or 4 updates just so I could look at it on the PC.
It's always a happy time when I load a TrainerRoad and it says, oh, there's the update loaded in the background. Don't worry about restarting now. We'll do it when you open the program again, so you can do what you thought you wanted to do right now. Or RGT, oh, don't worry. We updated while you were gone. You're ready to go.
Well, I will say the Apple TV's Zwift loads itself automatically. I don't ever have to think about it.
That should be. That's how it.
Yeah, I mean, you got like all those hours during the night when you're not on your computer. That's a good time to update things, right?
Even Windows does that.
Your computer actually knows when you're not on it. Like if you notice, you don't have the Apple phone, but like the Apple phone, literally, like when you open it up at different times of day, it has a different set of recommended apps to click open based on what you've had open in the past at that same time.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, so like after my shower when I go in the house, I'll open up my phone and it'll basically have the radio station that I listen to ready to go. Boom. Do you want to do this? You've done it every other time. Are you sure?
So it's like after the shower, it's like Tinder, TikTok.
Exactly.
Accountant moms.
Yeah. After 8:30 p.m., look out.
You know, things are bad when you want things to be like Windows.
Well, that's actually my iPhone. If Windows could be like my iPhone. I can't even update Windows, which in some ways is good because everybody complains that Windows screws up all their other settings when it updates.
It does.
But it's just got some wacky... Something's off in all the little extensions or something that just won't let it update. Like, whatever.
All right, that's all I got. Sorry, Andy. What do you got left? Oh, you only have like 4 minutes left.
Yeah, I just camped out to the cool down. 2 hours will be enough for today.
What are you coming into
4
camp
hours.
with? What kind of fitness are you coming into camp with?
About 100 should be hopefully by the camp comes around.
Spicy. I like it. Let me see.
But I'm 8 kilos heavier than I was 2 years ago when I came to camp.
Yeah. Join me on the Fat Club.
It's a relative there. Let me see. No, I think I'll only be. This weekend will be 60. I don't think I'm gonna get much. Get a little bit. 65, 67. 290. Do some math.
Yeah, I struggle to get above 100 unless I have like a really big event like camp or I do a backpacking trip.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, that makes sense.
Otherwise, 100 is about where I stall at. So I'm not. My FTP is back to where it was, but I don't feel like my endurance is yet.
Yeah.
But camp will help with that.
So coming in at 3.9. So that's good. That's decent. That'll put me in the middle, at least the middle of the group.
And then after camp, you'll be ready for the Belgian waffle ride.
Yeah, that's my next ride. That and the Strata Rossa. It's called the Emerald Trail in Redlands. So it'll be like 150k of gravel. So that'll be exciting. I gotta pick the right tire.
Ooh, nice.
Somebody was telling me a WTB Riddler. What was that? Have you heard about that one? Hold on.
I mean, I know generally about them.
Yeah, what was it? There's a tire that someone's like, oh, this is really good. Kind of.
I saw some Maxxis tires that look really nice.
I think my limiting factor is that I have 26-inch tires.
Yeah.
Rims. So that's kind of my limiting factor. Oh, WTG. Oh, it's a 650 by 47. That's pretty decent.
But you don't have 650 rims.
Yeah.
26 is the same as
26. Yeah, 26 is a 650, right?
No.
No?
650 is 27 and a half.
Oh. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, you would know.
Yeah, there's three rim sizes. 26, 27 and a half, and 29.
You're right. Look at that. Bussy's right.
I know. Every once in a while.
There you go.
Every once in a while.
It does come in. It does come in at 26.
Like a
I
bus
think,
clock.
Like.
Oh, Andy, if you only knew.
Back to the drawing board then. Yeah, no 650s there. 650 is available, but 26 is not. So see, slim pickings.
Yeah, but 26 is the mountain bike side. You better find a. I mean, it's just it won't be a gravel tire. It will be a
Something with
a
less
tread mountain bike tire. You know, it's like it's just it'll be cheaper because it won't have gravel associated with it.
Yep. Yeah, I'll keep digging.
It'll just be a hard pack mountain bike tire. I mean, you know.
You're right.
Let's see. If I put in the Google machine 26-inch gravel tire.
Do exactly what Andy said would not work. All right, legs are coming up good. All right, we will.
Maxxis has got some for like $26 a pop.
There you go, Maxxis, huh? Okay.
That's not bad. Maxxis Pace tire. It's a wire. It's a clincher with a wire.
Ugh.
I know, right? Apparently, I need to alter my search. 26-inch folding.
All right, I'm gonna sign off here. Owen, Jerry, Beer Bear, thanks for joining in. Mr. Barty up there, thanks for chiming in. Hope you guys find this interesting with the new TrainerRoad stuff. If you have any questions, leave some comments in the YouTube video below, and we'll get back to it. All right. Oh, actually, Jerry, you still on? I could probably do it live. Hold on. Here, hold on. I'll put this in the calendar. Put this for today. I'll put it for tomorrow. My next workout. I'm gonna put this up here somehow. Oh, I can't move my weight. This is career. Next workout. All right, here. So ramp test. It's your next workout. You click on it. Oh, actually, it's right next to it. You can click there, and you just click use FTP detection. And there you go. New FTP. Tells you about progression levels and how much percent. And it's probably good. So, easy as that. I can move this around. So what I was planning to do is move to do it like on Monday.
You can sand 10 watts more. You can sandbag it.
Yeah, for the last 2 weeks probably. I went up to Mount Baldy and I did 3 hours, and that's when I was like, yeah, it's time. It's time.
How many weeks ago and you still didn't put it up? So you've been sandbagging?
Probably a week. I'm just training like what do we call it? Training like Reese. That's the term, right? Oh man. All right. We'll check everyone on the live stream. We'll see you, buddy. Probably next week. I'm headed to Palm Springs tomorrow, so I'll see you then.